Indeed for joining us. Brian Muraro is in charge of our sign language. Doc, at our socials, if you want to communicate to us, is at KBC Channel 1 on all our social media platforms. Let's start this live broadcast with an update on that Finance Bill 2024. It has elicited a lot of reactions, and Parliament is tonight being urged to strike out the proposed increase of taxes on bread, industrial inputs, and the 2.5% annual tax on motor vehicles. Speaking at a public hearing forum on the Finance Bill 2024, the Kenya Association of Manufacturers and Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya said that the passage of the bill as it is will lead to serious economic repercussions in the months to come. Giverson Maina opens our coverage with that story on the Finance Bill.
Appearing before the Finance and Planning Committee of the National Assembly during day one of the public participation of the Finance Bill 2024, stakeholders opposed the proposed introduction of 25% excess duty on vegetable oils and other food commodities, saying Kenyans are still facing the high cost of living.
Parliament should consider the morality of taxing food, and especially food, very heavily in this country. So it's not just that we are arguing for bread. I think Parliament should be especially cautious in a country where 30% of children under the age of 5 have shown persistent lack of food, which has led them to be stunted.
On the proposed increment of excess duty on telephone and internet data services from 15% to 20%, accounting professionals said this would slow the creation of digital jobs and e-commerce.
We feel that raising the excise tax to 20% will discourage use of online services and digital platforms.
On the controversial proposal to introduce a 2.5% motor vehicle tax, stakeholders decried motorists who are already paying other vehicle-related taxes, including vehicle import taxes, which are almost 50% of the car's value.
Our thinking is that this tax should not exist, but if you decide to go about it, we think 2.5% of the value of an asset every year is too high. So what you should do perhaps is to consider it as a lump sum tax, which is to establish a simple amount. It is simple to administer.
Manufacturers through the Kenya Association of Manufacturers discouraged the introduction of new taxes on raw materials, saying if the new taxes are approved, some industry will be forced to shut down.
60 sack manufacturers in Kenya, 3 of them have gone down. East African Packaging was the latest to go down a month ago. We have 3 remaining. With this bill, the way it was crafted, these 3 will be wiped out. So it will become a net importer.
KRA wants to push the target. Treasury is pushing them to push the target. So by the time now the bill is coming to us, is an extrapolation of if you change this percentage here, how much does that change?
Due to unsustainable and too high cost of production. Giverson Maina, Prime Edition.